Hi friends, this is Jamie. I want to welcome you to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well, staying safe. I am doing the Tinseltown hop. This is my second part on the Tinseltown hop, and I will be coloring this gingerbread house. If you guys are curious what my end result was on the candy cane one that we worked on, I will show that one as well. I want to apologize. I did not get this video out on the 2nd. That was part of the schedule. Life happens, went to the dentist, and I just wasn't feeling up to it. So I want to thank the lovely ladies for understanding, and yeah, I still wanted to film this for you guys so you guys could see. So I'll show you my Candy Smiths page. So here is how my Candy Smiths page turned out, just so you guys can see. You'll see it also at the end of the completed, at the end of December. But I just wanted to show you guys, that way if you are coloring along, and I decided to make him a cardinal, this is what I ended up doing. And I just sticked with the same markers that you saw in the video, and I decided to use this purple color because it says little moling, and this purple color is like a mulberry color, and I thought that would work because I was trying to stick with colors that weren't just building colors. I wanted really to bring in color. So there's purple here. We have dark green on this portion. Obviously our candy cane effect. And this is how I did the roof. And then after I was done doing what I showed on video, I went in and shaded the outside with my Black Widow pencils. And I did a little bit of shading, like off-white shading on the white, just because I wanted it to look more like a vintage candy cane than a white candy cane. And then these Christmas lights I tried to light up with a yellow down there, so you guys could see kind of what I've done. And then this building will connect to this one. This Mr. Twinkle's star picker. So in the end, I will try to get them all completed. That way I can cut them out and put them all together. How Zoe showed us in the long landscape, which I'm not sure if you guys saw. I know Sarah showed it on her channel, but just in case you guys didn't see, this is the long landscape of all the buildings put together. So it starts off with the Lumpy's coal shed, then the Reindeer, what's called Reindeer polishing, then the Chestnut factory is right here, and then the roasted, I think this is part of the same thing, the Chestnut roasted factory, then the gingerbread house that I'm going to do today, Mr. Twinkle Star Pickler, and then the Candy Smiths, and the Snowman Cryogenics, which Te-Arnna did, and then on the end here is the Reindeer poo generator. So I think these two Te-Arnna did, this one Sarah did, and this one Sarah did, and these two Johanna did, and I'm doing these two. But yeah, so I was trying to debate what I wanted to use to color this, because it is a gingerbread house, and I think just to make life easier on myself, I'm just going to use my markers. The noise in the background is just my son. He hit a birthday balloon. You know those balloons that you tap and they sing? So that is what you heard. on the background. Let's see. Since it's gingerbread house, we definitely need a gingerbread color. And I am going to try to use my typical Cali art markers with a regular tip. That might be a little too dark. I haven't swatched these ones. I noticed there's some different colors in the regular tip versus that one's too dark. In the brush tip. Just a little bit different. That one's kind of red. Maybe potato brown? Yeah, potato brown will be our best bet. And I don't like these ones, how they don't clip. The brush tips clip on the ends. So that's a bummer on these. I'm just going to start. Hopefully it can be as good as Sara and stay in the lines, but we'll see. Normally I would go wacky with the colors, but since there's so many candies on here, we'll have enough colors going on that we can have the gingerbread be brown. Now, my better judgment would be just color this whole thing, like even the sprinkles and everything like that, all brown, and then just go to town with the Moonlight Jelly Roll on top, because the Moonlight Jelly Roll will cover up. But I am trying to be more careful and avoid the obstacles. I think that's a good gingerbread color. Yeah, I went in yesterday and got a crown, and normally, well, I had already had the temporary in my mouth. Normally when you go to the dentist and you get a crown, your actual crown on, you don't need to be numbed up and it's no big deal. But while I was there, the lady couldn't get my temporary off my tooth. And normally temporaries just pop right off. And of course that was like nerve-wracking, and she was like taking those tools and really digging into my gums, and she wasn't the typical assistant that I normally have, and I'm like, you're hurting me, and she goes, do I need to numb you? I said, I guess you do, because you're like digging into my gums. And so she goes, okay, we'll numb you. And so I get all numbed up, and she's trying to get this temporary off. Well, she takes these hemostats or plier looking things, and they hook together on the end. Well, she wasn't watching what she was doing. She ended up pinching my bottom lip. I'm like, you're hurting me. And she's like, you're numb, you shouldn't be able to feel this. I said, look at my lip, it's bleeding. I was like, man, is this your first day or something? Oh man, it was just one of those things. And finally they get the regular crown on, and then they're like, okay, bite down. And I bite down, and I am hitting high, meaning I can't bite. And if you've ever had a crown, they can't shave that off because it's a crown and it can jeopardize the structure of your crown, and it won't be as strong if you shave it off. So the dentist was doing everything he could, and then in the end, he decided, okay, we're going to just drill some of the top off the bottom tooth so that you can bite down. Because if they had to remake the crown, that means I have to pay another $1,000. And that's ridiculous. So, yeah, long story short, they had to numb places that you shouldn't have to numb for a procedure like this. And this procedure normally takes like 30 minutes, and it ended up taking almost an hour and a half because he was balancing me between patients, and I had an assistant that was kind of clueless. I'm not going to say mean things. I'm just going to say she was kind of clueless. And yeah, I wasn't too pleased, but after everything was said and done, I was just like, okay, hopefully I'm filling up to filming. But yeah, I wasn't. I felt like I had been through the ringer. Like literally they had put my mouth through the ringer. So I avoided it. I'm just adding some shadows. This is just what I do. If you guys are curious how I color with markers, you're basically seeing how I do it right now. To make life, or if I wanted to go in and really detail it up and add drop shadows and things like that, I would use pencil. But I'm just gonna do this. Make it easy on myself. I am currently coloring in the Sally Berry Advent Calendar. I don't know how long it will last. I don't know if I'll make it till 25, but so far I've done day 1 and 2, and how I decided I wanted to color in that book is I'm going to go non-traditional Christmas, just because I want to not get tired of coloring in it. Like, I don't want to do red, green, gold like the whole time. I want to do different things in it. That way keeps my mind active and yeah, all those good things. So just going around this. I'm coloring this and I'm thinking about the fact that I just bought a gingerbread house, actually, for me and the children. Every year we buy a gingerbread house, and usually my kids and my husband, my older son's not interested in this kind of stuff, but my 2 younger ones like it. They like to be creative, and we have a contest, a boy versus girls contest. So my son goes with my husband and my daughter comes with me, and whoever makes the best gingerbread house wins. And we start off with a basic kit, and basically we start having at this gingerbread house. And I shouldn't make those. I should make those some kind of color, not brown. Just because it's a gingerbread house. Let's see. Do I have a color that is handy that could cover that up? Hang on a second, guys. I'm gonna go get my jelly rolls, because they'll cover that right up. Ew. And I think my big pack of jelly rolls is put away. So I'll be right back, guys. jelly rolls are all in a case. Like my jelly rolls and my Arteza that look like jelly rolls, they're all in a big, massive case. Bummer, one lost the lid. Let me see if it still works. Of course not. Oh, bummer. That one lost the lid. So that one is dried out. Oh, well. Guess it gives me an excuse to buy some more jelly rolls. Let's see if we can cover that brown up. Yeah, that covered it up. But what I'm saying, it's darker, but it's fine. We have this contest, and whoever makes the best gingerbread house wins. And the kids have fun with it, and it's a good time. Yeah. But this year, to save from the hassle of a million different pieces, we tend to always fail, me and my daughter, because my pieces always don't stay together. It's like building the main structure is the part that always falls apart on me. Maybe I'm just not a successful builder of the gingerbread house, but I just, this green will be nice and bright. Maybe I should have put the green first, then it would have really covered that up, because the moonlights are better than the regular. They still cover it up, but it's not. Okay. Yeah. But continuing on with what I was saying, I decided to buy the pre-built kits. So all you have to do is decorate them. And I just bought one of them because I wasn't sure how our life is going to hand us, you know. I don't know if we're going to be super busy or if we're going to have plenty of time. All those wonderful things. But yeah. I started watching Christmas movies the other day. First movie I watched is Jingle All the Way. It is Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. I get a hoot out of that movie because the things parents will do to get that one toy, it's like he's seeking approval from his son or something. And in the end, the son gives it to another man because of his generosity, and he's just a good kid. And the dad's like, I thought you wanted that toy. That was the one thing you wanted for Christmas, you know. But he realized in the end, you know, Christmas is more about family. It's not about what you get, all those wonderful things. And yeah, I like to watch Christmas movies during this time of year. There's so many new ones coming out as well. Like on Netflix, there's one called The Christmas Chronicles. They had a movie They came out with the second movie last year, and then the year before they had the first one, and it's really cute. Since I'm going to be making all mine in a night setting, we need to make our windows yellow. There we go. One of my favorite Christmas movies to watch is Miracle on 34th Street. I think it's really cute. And I love Mickey's Christmas Carol. I think that one's cute, and that one doesn't take that long to do or to watch. It's actually a pretty short film. The Grinch, of course. And when I say the Grinch, I'm talking about the Grinch that is the cartoon version. I know they have the other version of the Grinch, that's the live, but there's just something iconic about the cartoon version that I enjoy. You gotta watch Home Alone. That's a pretty big one. Let's see what we got. Look how low that one is. Let's pick some orange, probably. Maybe a pink. I don't have a blue. Do I have a blue? Yep, I have a blue. Some bright colors going on here. Just add them where they feel good. But the one movie that we have to watch every year, no matter what, without fail, and you guys may not know this movie, is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I saw it when I was a teenager. It has Chevy Chase in it. I love that movie. It never gets old. It's very, very entertaining, say the least. That poor, poor dad. Tries so hard. Blue one is really juicy. I'm thinking we don't want to add another color for just that one spot, so I'll make this one green too. Go. What other Christmas movies? Can I think of maybe families might like to watch? A really big one as well that a lot of people know about is Elf with Will Ferrell. That one is really popular. People really seem to enjoy that one. Go back to coloring my gingerbread, but I need to find my brown again. Let's see. So this is the case where I am coloring straight over the circles. I will go over with my Moonlight Jelly Roll because I don't want to sit there and try to avoid all those billion little obstacles. Could technically go over these leaves too. Just want to avoid that star because I might not be able to get a good glitter if there is a brown marker base underneath, so avoid that one. Yeah. When you do, when you go to like family Christmas and parties and stuff, have you guys ever done white elephant gifts with people? And if you do white elephant gifts, what do you guys give people as like a practical joke? I'm just curious what people do, honestly. Let's see, do I have a green? I just want a regular green. I've never gotten anything that was totally like really weird. I've seen weird things given, but I've never been on the receiving end of one of those. For the white elephant gifts, it is kind of funny to see some people's creativity though. Oh, I guess I did get a weird one time. I guess it wasn't weird, it was just like, okay, you know, that was like my expression. And I opened it up and it was a bottle of laundry detergent. I mean, I guess it's practical if you use that brand, but it was just like, okay. Our family, we don't do family Christmas parties anymore just because things have changed, but we used to pass around this book. It started with my, like during the white elephant, someone would end up with this book. It's not even a Christmas book. It actually started with my uncles and my mother when they were young. And it was, it's a book about trick riding, like riding horses and doing tricks on riding. It's called the Horse Riding Trick Book. So it has nothing to do with Christmas. Well, I guess when my mom and her siblings were young, one of the brothers wanted to just play a joke. So he took the book out of his room and he just wrapped it up and gave it to another sibling. And then later down the road, they thought the sibling still had the book and it was white elephant time. And they said, you know, it would be funny just to wrap this up and give it back to my brother. And then ever since then, it was like this book that traveled through the family. And whenever you had the book, if you ended up with the book, you hosted the Christmas party the next year. And if, like, say I ended up with the book, then it would be my mom's turn. It would always go to the original siblings. And it was just so fun. I don't think I've ever been to a holiday party where it was about wearing the ugly Christmas sweater. I know a lot of people do that party, the holiday Christmas sweater party where you wear the ugly Christmas sweater. And honestly, I don't think there is really an ugly Christmas sweater, really. They're not too bad. I mean, some of them are interesting. They're never figure flattering, that's for sure. They're just a giant sweater. I was invited to go to a party this year for Christmas that you're supposed to wear an ugly sweater. And Walmart actually has some cute ones. And if you don't like to wear a sweater, they had some cute t-shirts that would work. I should have put this darker color on before I did the yellow, but I'll just try to avoid it a little bit, just to bring in some of this darker in the area. There we go. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go to that party, so I haven't bought a sweater, but we'll see what happens. So much fun to know about different people's traditions and things. Our family, we normally always put our Christmas tree up the day after Thanksgiving. When I was younger, we had the same tradition. We would put up our Christmas tree. Now, when I was a teenager, we actually went to a tree farm. Well, I guess it's not a tree farm. Oh, maybe that's what they're called. But you actually picked a tree off the mountain and you chopped it down yourself. And you paid when you brought it down, you paid at the bottom, depending on the size of the tree you got. So you could pick any pine tree or spruce or whatever you wanted, and then you would pay in the end. So it wasn't like going to a tree lot at the grocery store. You literally were going into nature and cutting it down. And my dad always enjoyed that because he felt that it made the tree last longer. Because when you go to those lots, I really should have. Okay, you guys are going to get a horizontal picture for a minute because I don't want to dip in my hand in any of the wet. So my dad always thought that if you bought a tree from a tree lot, those trees were cut down before Thanksgiving, and so they were already dying really bad, and you could never keep them alive until Christmas, even if you put water in the deals and stuff. So he preferred to get a fresh one. So we did that for quite a few years. When I was a little girl, we always had 2 trees in the house because we had a living room and a family room. And if you guys are from a different country and don't know exactly what that means, it's like there was a room that we had that the family room would be considered like the entertainment room, where the TV is, where the kids play the games, where kids, do their fun time and relax, chill room. The living room, or the formal living room, is basically where you go if someone comes over for a visit. Maybe it would be the place that you would have tea, like not a full dinner, just a little tea time, or it's usually more formal and fancy and really nice furniture. So when I was little, the living room, or the formal room, that one always had a fake tree in it, and it was always very fancy, gold and white, and just, you can't touch that ornament. And then in the family room where the kids were, that was always the fun room, because the kids were in there all the time, and because of that, it made it so that that tree was the real tree. And that tree usually was the one that we did the popcorn and all that stuff. So the popcorn garland, the Fruit Loops, the Cheerios, those kind of things on the tree. I was thinking about doing these red, white, but then I realized that these are not counted. They're counted off, so I'm just gonna make it red. So we always had like 2 trees, and the one in the kids' room was the real tree, and it always smelled of Christmas, the pine, and then the other one was the fancier tree. I think that continued on all the way until I got married and moved out. And even to this day, well, my mom used to put up 2 trees, but over the years, I think she got tired of doing 2 trees. So now she just does one massive one. But that's okay. She did a lot of work for us kids every single year, and I appreciate all the efforts that she did. I mean, Dad helped too, but he was working a lot, so Mom did most of it because she was the one that was home all the time. I was fortunate to have a mom in my childhood that could be home with us all the time. I know not all moms can do that. Now, in my household, I just have one Christmas tree. I don't do the 2 like my mom used to do, just because I don't have a big enough house, and I don't have a living room and a family room. If I had a living room and a family room, I probably would continue the tradition of having 2, but I just have one sole entertaining living space. And it's just a small little townhouse that has 3 bedrooms, nothing too extravagant. So space is very limited. This year I wanted to do something different. I have a really tall, skinny tree, and my last year ornaments were pretty much trash bait, so I decided I would just toss them, keep some of the good ones, or the ones that were memory type ones, but do all new things. And I am going with the whole buffalo plaid theme and Christmas gnomes. I went to the Dollar Tree. They had these little stuffed reindeer that had the buffalo plaid, the buffalo plaid scarves and hats. So I bought all the ones they had on the shelf, which was like 9. And they're tiny. They're like as big as this little picture. And I put them in my tree with a whole bunch of snowflakes, made it more winter wonderland looking. That way, if Christmas is over, I have no problem keeping my tree up. And I'll get it down when I have an opportunity, because winter usually lasts till easily February. So to me, I like to have a tree that can continue on through January, and then when I take that down, I can put up the stuff for Valentine's Day. Let me just check the time, guys. Oh, we still have plenty of time. If I know this is a long video, so if people want to go, they can go, but I have plenty of time before my little ones get home from school. So yeah, but I understand if you need to leave the video. I was just going to guess this should be gingerbread too, but to me, I'm thinking a chimney should be gray. Guess I could go in the shadows with the brown. Give it a different look. You don't always have to do shadows with the same color. You can do them with different colors. It gives a different effect. There's some snow on there. I don't want to use the chisel. That would make it too big of a mess. Let's do this. Try to get as much of this little baby done as we can. I have pretty much all my Christmas stuff put up already. I had to get a different star. When I plugged in my star, it was not great because, let's make the sticks blue. Let's bring out some of that blue. When I plugged it in, it was like a white blue, almost like an LED light when it lit up, and I was like, okay, this doesn't work, because I have a red and black plaid ribbon going through it, white snowflakes that are white, and the whole the lights inside the tree are what they call a warm glow or daylight glow, so it's not bright white. So having that tree, oh, I got a little dot right there. Well, it will be cut out in the end, so it doesn't really matter. So having that tree topper that was like this blue color, it didn't work with the tree at all. I had to go and search for another star. Now, me, I probably would just take that buffalo ribbon and tie a giant bow and put it on top of the tree, kind of like a present. But my son, being autistic, that's not okay. You have to have a star on your Christmas tree. You just do. Santa knows, and that is not acceptable if you do not have a star. It has to be a star. I asked him if you can have an angel, and he said no, it has to be a star. And it's just the way his mind works. And I'm sure if I had an elegant tree, he probably would be okay with an angel. But you can't leave it naked, because that's not okay. And you can't put a bow, because bows are for presents. They're not for trees, apparently, in his mind. And that's just how kids are, I guess. I want these to stay white, but I think they need like a shadow of some sort. I don't know, maybe I just made that worse. It's okay. I'll have to bring a little bit too. Actually, we don't want to use that one. We want to use yellow, because actually maybe I do. I was just thinking, oh, maybe I'll I'll do yellow trim. But if I'm doing the windows yellow, then you're not going to see this yellow trim. So maybe we'll switch it to green. So I went back to the store. What I was saying is I went back to the store and I ended up finding a star, but it doesn't have lights in it. And it's silver and sparkly and it would match my snowflakes. And so I decided I would just get that star and we'll just go with that. It doesn't light up or anything, which is a bummer, but actually saves me because I have a 7-foot tree. I think it's 7'5". It's what it makes up in height. It's skinny, so it's like perfect thing you can fit in a corner if you have a house that has a vaulted ceiling. And by not having to worry about needing a power outlet and having a pre-lit tree that doesn't have a plug on the top, it works out just fine. Is anyone else doing advent calendars this season? If you are doing advent calendars, what calendars are you doing? I printed off the Johanna Prosperino one. That's all the days in December. I started on that. I've completed 4 on there, even though we're only on day 3. I just take advantage of whatever time I have on it and just get done as many as I can. Like I said, I've done the 2 in the Sally Berry, and that's the Sally Berry Advent Calendar Volume 2. And then I've also done the I'm thinking, I've done one in the Prachi, or not Prachi, it's Sach and Sach Diva paper cut advent calendar. I do have that Snoopy one I was thinking about doing, but I want to cut those down to do it. There's like, if I just focus on advent calendars alone and just colored those all month, I would have plenty of colorings because I would get so many colorings done with that. But I'm not going to focus on just those because I have too many other coloring projects that are gorgeous Christmas pages that I want to color in the month. Maybe more of a marker month, unless it's a double-sided page, just because I love Christmas and I want to get as many Christmas pages done as I physically can. Plus, I have that goal of doing the 500 pages for the year. I started writing down my December list so I can kind of keep track. Last time I checked, I had a total of 374, so I may not make it, but if I can make it to 400, I think that's still an excellent thing. All good things, all good things. I watched Johanna's video on her Tinseltown ones, and she has decided to draw in her own backgrounds behind the buildings, which is a very cool idea. Since I'm going to cut mine out, I am not going to worry about that, but I think that that is a very cool idea. And she made it seem like they're all little scenes, and she's done a really great job, and she's turned hers into like kind of like a tricks and like a tips and tricks type series, and that's cool. And then I love listening to Sara when she's coloring hers, because she has some very fun stories about Christmas down under. I have always been in a location where Christmas had snow, and a lot of it. When I was younger, the snow was easily 5 feet off the ground. There's not even a question about like chains or four-wheel drive. If you live where I live, you get four-wheel drive. You don't not get four-wheel drive. That would just be crazy talk. So when someone says to me, yeah, I got a new truck and it's two-wheel drive, it makes absolutely no sense to me, because to me, the only way to go is with a four-wheel drive, because you don't want to get stuck. But also, I'm in a place where you can get stuck. In regards to me, I have been stuck, spun out, did what they call donuts, where your car, when you get stuck in the snow, you're literally, the back end is fishtailing and literally will go like this. And you're just, woo, woo. It's the scariest feeling in the world. My brother loves it because he just thinks it's cool. To me, I feel like you're out of control. And yeah, we have definitely dealt with those kind of things over the years. And I don't like feeling like I can't control my car. So when it becomes really icy and snowy, I just stay home. Like, if I am totally out of food and it's really icy and snowy and we need something to eat, the pizza man will deliver before I will go and get food. Because I am too scared to drive in the snow. I love the snow and I love to sled, and I've been skiing before and snowboarding and all those things. Am I a great skier or snowboarder? No, I'm not. But I will try. I will try anything at least once. I guess that's my motto. And it sounds like my washing machine's off kilter. Hang on a second, guys. My son always, he wants to do his own laundry, which is fine, but it's like, if he attempts to do his own laundry, he only puts like one thing in the washing machine, and then after it gets going, it like doesn't know how to respond with just one thing in the washing machine, and then it gets off balance, which I call off kilter. So I just wanted to make sure it was okay, because I could hear it rocking, and it's a new washing machine, so I just want to make sure it's okay. But yeah, we've always had snow. It feels like recently, like past 5 years, the snow's been kind of chintzy. Meaning not very much. And when I say not very much, maybe it seems like a lot to some people, but it's like maybe a foot. But when you grow up with winters or you're having 5 foot to 12 foot snow, it seems kind of chintzy. I totally screwed up that window. Look at that. Should have been more careful. Or use the jelly roll. Oh well. We'll be going over the edging with white anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I need to make an order for some more of these Uni-Ball Signos. They're my favorite white gel pen, and this is my last one. I had like it stockpiled. I had like 7 of them, and I've just burned through them, and this one's here. It used to be down here. I know, I doubt it will make it through the Christmas season. I really need to get some more. I forget about them when I'm doing my orders though, because I think, oh, I'm good. And I just focus on getting new things, and I need to stock up on the things that I'm running out of. My favorite. And I could see myself taking this video and deciding to do a speed color to half the time, because I know I've been coloring for over 40 minutes and not very many people have the time, especially during Christmas, to be sitting watching a 40, 60, whatever minute video by me. So yeah, we'll see. Need some more yellow. I blocked out all the yellow with that light. But yeah, I am going to finish up my page here because we're at 57 minutes. But I will have this in my completed pages. I want to thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel and being through this whole process. And I appreciate Sara, Te-Arnna, and Johanna for asking me to be part of the coloring hop. And you guys have a fabulous day, and if I don't get to see you again before Christmas for a color and chat, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas. But I think I will be seeing you guys very soon, since I've been doing many videos this month. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.